All right, folks, good morning. Welcome in. Here we go. It is the coffee run. It's a Friday. Let's get her done. It's YOLO time. So first things first, get my bald head out the way as best I can. But here we go. We have YOLO'd 4 times, I think. This is our 5th one. What I should do actually is go back and I'm going to start a new Crapsy session for YOLO. I'll back type in the bets that I made and the rolls that I'll watch the shows again. I don't have a record of what we did. So I want to make sure we have a record of it. Anyway, here we go. We have whatever this is. I don't know. The YOLO every week, every day, it's something different, right? So here we go. Let's go. I think we can do 160 across, right? Yeah, we can. We can do 160 across. Oh, that's right. With the $5 Horn High Yo. Bam. $5 Horn High Yo. Let's do that. All right. And let's get her done. One roll. One roll. If we burn it, we start over again with another $64. But let's see how far we can take $64. Here we go. We're going to do the flea flicker from stick left 1 or 2, wherever I am trying to get my my head out of the camera. We'll probably go stick left 2 here. Let's stack the 3s this time, because why not? And here we go. One roll. Let's get it done. Empty rack, of course, right? The YOLO is always an empty rack. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Oh, what a beautiful throw. It is a 6-3-9. Hopefully you saw that land. 6-3-9. That's freaking awesome. That pays. We lose our Horn High Yo, of course, right? But we're going to get paid $35, which is awesome. So what we'll probably do, again, the YOLO's, we got to find a way to use this money the best way. I can press 32 across on Monday, or I can put it all on one number. Haven't decided yet, but let's celebrate the win anyway, and we'll bring that back. So there it is. As a matter of fact, I'm going to celebrate this win in a very special way. Normally, I play the little song. You know, I'm going to put this back up on here. Play a little song that you all know and love, the little casino song. But today, I thought we'd celebrate with a friend of mine. Here we go. I'm going to hit the celebration here while you enjoy this and dance along, will you? This is a dance along, sing along. Here we go.
Man, I might just chill tonight.
Puppy monkey baby. 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 Puppy monkey baby.
Mountain Dew Kickstart. Dew, juice, caffeine.
Puppy monkey baby.
All right. I'm sorry, not sorry that that's now stuck in your head. We had this thing last night. There's a new commercial out. I don't know what it's even for. I think it's for Instacart or something, right? Where they have like all the old classics, and that Puppy Monkey Baby's in the commercial, and I was cracking up. I'm like, I remember this commercial from it's 2016 Super Bowl, and I was telling my wife, I'm like, don't you remember that commercial? She's like, no, and I'm like, and I YouTubed it, I found it, I'm like, this is the commercial. And I remember that year, we were all just cracking up, like, what the hell are we just watch, you know? So, of course, I downloaded, that's my new, I made the YOLO video, so there it is. You gotta be Puppy, Monkey, Baby. All right, let's do it. Let's have fun on a Friday here. Where's my phone? I got to read you guys an email here in a minute. So I'm going to make sure I have my phone with me. All right, let's do it. First things first, I promised you a picture as often as I could when the pictures are interesting. So tonight, actually, we're going to go to Mission Ridge. I'm going to show it to you here in a minute. Let me go to the picture of the day. And there's that. That is this morning, actually. That's right across from my house, right across from the deck. Those mountains I've shown you before, but they have all sorts of snow on. And now you can see only the very, very top of the mountain, behind the mountain, has snow on it. The snow's all melted. The mountains in front are green. So we do get the seasons here, right? This is not Seattle. We get 4 seasons. So in the spring, what happens is the mountain faces all turn green with that sage grass. And then by about June, July, it all goes to brown. And then, of course, in the wintertime, we get the snow. But that's across from that's the Wenatchee River there in front of me. It's the Columbia River. The Wenatchee and the Columbia merge or confluence to the north of my house, and that's the Columbia coming through, and that'll be that's going to go into other parts of the state. Anyway, there it is. That's the river. That's the mountains. We're going to go up to Mission Ridge tonight, which is a ski resort over here. We're going to go over Mission Ridge, and we're going to. I'll give you a picture from up top of there. From up top of the ridge, you can see the whole valley, which is pretty cool stuff. So anyway, there's your picture of the day, and back we come to reality here. So I don't have a whole lot to say today. I just want to roll some dice a little bit. Copyright issues, if there are, I just gave them a free commercial. So there shouldn't be any issues with me giving Mountain Dew a free commercial. Although I can honestly say I've had Mountain Dew once in my life, and that is a make me gag kind of a drink. That's terrible stuff. I don't know how people like it. I can't get my head wrapped around Mountain Dew. Although I used to like Monster energy drink. It's kind of the same thing, but Mountain Dew just has a weird, gross taste to it. Anyway, so today is Friday Follies, so throw all this out the window. I'll remind you of it anyway, because it's important for us to remember to have a goal, right? And matter of fact, the 401 series on the Pro Craps channel is talking about this now. We're talking about goals and money management. It's funny that series of videos nobody watches. We'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, goals, bankroll, risk, identifying opportunity, playing a smart strategy, right? Understanding where you should play and having the discipline to get the hell out when it's time, right? All these things are so important. David actually gave me the biggest compliment the other day. We had our show. I was telling my story about how the car broke down and blah blah blah, and I had no money to play with. And he's like, "How did you survive and make money, right? He said, how does this crappy strategy of yours survive and make money over 7 or 8 days?" I'm like, "Hey man, it's discipline. You got to get in, you got to get out, right?" I was talking to Gargoyle too. He's like, kudos, dude. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy to play boring ways with discipline. It's just not. You know what I mean? It takes all you can muster up sometimes to not go across and try and hit a home run. It takes all the strength you have to run the Horseman for 4 shooters, earn $65 and take 1 crack at it, and then try it again. It's just so hard to do that. And I thought, I have to, and also a little bit of practice what you preach. So it's important. All right, so here we go. Nothing to talk about news-wise today at all. Other than, I was just going to lament this a little bit. We did, on this show, for how long? 3-4 months we did it. We did like every day I was doing, remember Gambling 101, 201, 301, 401. I've taken all those videos, all those snippets. I've made videos out of them. They're up on Pro Craps. They're being released Mondays and Thursdays from now until mid-June, right? Those videos, by the way, will also become a video series I'm going to put up on Nexus as part of the player package on Nexus. But regardless of that, it's some of my best work, if I do say so myself. This is like, I really studied, I really practiced, I thought good slides together to kind of talk through these I think interesting topics. Nobody gives a shit. Like, I could put out a video tomorrow. I know people give Ryan from Mark the Point a bunch of grief a lot of times for clickbait titles. Best strategy to play, use this in the casino, won $1,000, right? And it's always just some strategy. I put heart and soul into those videos. I get 97, 150 people watching, right? He's getting 10,000 people watching these videos, right? It just goes to show what people want, right? People want the secret. They want to know how to win. They don't want the truth, right? And this is something that, JB and I've talked about a long time. He's like, people don't want the truth. You give them the truth, you speak the truth, you demonstrate the truth. Nobody gives a crap. They just want to know how to make a bunch of money, right? Ultimately, that's what it's all about. So that's why this show has been transitioning a little bit. I'm just kind of doing what I want to do. I'm just kind of, I'll give you some truth here and there, and I'll put it out there because I have to, because I want to. But more than anything else, I just want to play and have a good time. So we're just that's why I'm dumbing it down a little bit. So today's Friday. Nothing really to talk about. We're going to do this. We're going to go here, Bizarro World. Now, Skill and Luck has asked me, it looks like in chat already, how many unicorns are there now? Nobody. I've had 3. I got yours, which we know about the Moonbell, right? We got Dice Dr. Dan sent me one the other day. Buckeye Slim sent me a literal phone book of a strategy. I'll never be able to play that thing right. But I did get one. I have 4. I have one other one that came in email. And I'll read it to you because it's great. This is from a guy named Chris. I won't give you his last name. But he says, hey, enjoying the content. We met at the bridge. He said, I wonder what it would look like for the unicorn to make a strategy that tells you to do the exact opposite of what the casino wants you to do. or what everybody else does. So we're going to go to Bizarro World. If you know the reference here from Seinfeld, remember George said, I get it. If everything I say is wrong, then the opposite must be true. I will do the opposite. Remember that episode? That's today. He says, avoid the line bets if you're shooting, of course, right? Lay the 6 and 8, place the 4 and 10, and don't follow the puck. Just always be on and reset your bets on a 7. Okay, the casino gets you to follow the puck, and people like me say they don't want multiple come out 7s, but it's the same as multiple PSOs. Every time the 7's out, we reset back to base and get ourselves up again. So that's it. That is Friday Follies strategy. That's the Friday Follies, right? This guy gets it. This guy gets it. Friday Follies is all about doing something a little bit dumb, a little bit like not what they want you to do, a little bit crazy town, but not hard to deal. So we're going to go opposite. We're going to bet against the 6 and 8. We're going to bet on the 4 and 10. We're going to work all the time. That's Friday Follies today. That's going to be our $5,000 paycheck today is going to be based on doing the opposite of what we should be doing. Okay, we're going to go to Bizarro World today, and that's going to be it. All right. I will get to yours. I have to run it a couple times, Buckeye, before I really feel like I can do this. There's so many moves in that damn thing. I got to run it a couple times before I feel. Otherwise, I'll be fumbling around with chips for the whole show. We don't want to do that. But this is actually right up Waylon's alley, right? There's 6 ways to roll a 7, right? If I bet the 6 and 8 correctly, I'll win $500 on a 7. Right? There's 6 ways to roll a 4 and 10. If I bet them correctly, I'm going to win $500 on a 4 or a 10. That's it. We're going to go $250 each on the 4 and 10. We're going to lay the 6 and 8 for $300 each. Whatever happens, we win $500. That's how we're going to do it. Okay? No pressing at first, but we will at some point. And there's Friday Follies. Here we go. My name is George. I'm unemployed. I live with my parents. Probably the best line from that whole episode. And the girl's like, hi, I'm Susan, or whatever the hell her name was. Just like, he's like, that's fantastic. All right, here we go. I'm glad somebody else gets the reference because we're all old. We're all old. Here we go. Let's jump into the DPC. I'm going to go ahead and go here. And give me a second to move all this junk out of the way. And let's play some crappy craps. Here we go. I'm going to move this to the floor. Put this where I can see it. I'm going to get Crapsy started here, so give me a second to hit the buttons that make the magic happen. And, it logged me out. Really? All right, here we go. Back to Crapsy. Daily paycheck table is now open for business, so I'll give you all a few minutes to come on in. I'm going to go ahead and get things reset over here on my end. Let's see. Put the stool in. Let's get the bets going. All right, so I got $5,000 in the rack. We're gonna do like this. We're gonna go. It's gonna cost me $1,100, unfortunately, right? So I have to get $400 change for that. Okay. We're gonna go like so. $250 as a buy on the 4 and 10, and we're gonna go $300 each on the 6 and 8 as a lay bet. Always working. Always working. If they come down, they're just going to go back up again. So that's going to be $500 between the 4 and 10. It's going to be $600 on the 6 and 8. It's $1,100 total. I put out $1,500 and I got back $400 in change. And let's do it. Now, the money in the rack on the right side over here, which you can kind of see, this is the profit. I'll put them here. This is the profit from yesterday. While I'm getting set up, let me ask you all a question. Yesterday I did 2 strategies at the same time. They both made a paycheck, right? How do I log that? Or do I log that at all in my logging application? Do I log it as a paycheck, or one of them, or both of them as a paycheck? I didn't put them in the computer because I didn't want to, cheat's the wrong word, but I didn't want to make a false entry in there because I want to know what you all think. Are they both paychecks, or is neither of them a paycheck? Because I was doing a comparison. I just don't know what to do. So I'm going to leave it up to you. Put it in chat. Here we go. I'm going to get Crapsy on. We have 11 people playing along, which is great. And first roll of the day. Coming out, I'm working. I got to work the whole time. So we're going to be here. You can see the bets right there. Well, remember I said, Jen, that's kind of a true and false statement, because I said I'm locking the paycheck up. This is where we're going to stop, but I'm going to keep rolling for you all. And I just rail dumped, right? So these were where we stopped, these 2 profits. But the question is, do I log them at all? Because I was doing a comparison. I wasn't actually playing for paycheck. I think I shouldn't log them. That's my personal opinion. It would be a false entry in the book kind of a thing. All right, here we go. Coming out. We working. Let's do it. Avoid the 6 and 8 like the plague, but everything else is okay. And that is a 1, so it can't be an 8. It's a 1, 2, 3, ace deuce. Okay, so 2, 1, 3 on the. Oh, you know what I'm going to do, by the way? 2, 1, 3. I don't normally do this. 2, 1 or 1, 2? 2, 1. I am going to go against my normal thing, and I'm going to take $100 out of here. I forgot to do this, so I'm going to post bet it and sue me if you don't like it. I'm going to go 1, 2, 1 on the ATS. We're going to have the ATS bet. I'll put it right here in the com. That's my ATS bet. I don't have an ATS on the table, but there I'm going to go the ATS. There's a 1, 2, 1 ATS. So if we win, I'll get the calculator out and see how much that pays. I don't play the ATS. I don't have this shit memorized, but here we go. Here we go indeed. Coming out, still coming out. Another good looking toss. It's an 8 hard. Of course it's an 8 hard. 4, 4, the square pair. Let's mark that up. There's the 8. I'll make sure I take the money here in a minute. 4, 4. That's a 4, 4. Okay, let's go to the bet screen. So I'm going to take the loss on the 8. So the lay bet 8 loses. I'm not doing VIGs today either. I just don't feel like dinking around with pennies. I know that VIGs are real, but we're not going to muck with it today at all. So I can keep track of it if you want to, but I mean, that would be, what would that be? A $7 VIG or something like that. So, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Still working. Looking for 4s and 10s over here all day. Looking for 4s and 10s. I wish the computer was closer to me. It's kind of across the, I got to take 3 or 4 steps every time to get to her, but here we go. Dice out. Thank you, Vegas Day Tripper. Appreciate that. People like it, but I get a lot of, there's a hard 4. It's funny, just nobody watches it. Like I get great comments on those videos, but nobody watches them, which is crazy. All right, there's the 4, hard 4, 2, 2. I really should be on the hard ways too. The next shooter will do the hard ways. I should be out, and maybe I'll grab them now. There's a hard 4. That's gonna pay $500. I'm gonna pay it in blacks, okay? $500, we'll pay it in black, okay? If you think about where we are, there's the $300 that I lost on the 8, so it's recovered, okay? That'll go back to the rack because that's where it belongs, right? I'm gonna take $100. That covers my ATS effectively, right? So I feel like that's okay. This $100, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna take, oh shit, you can't see my table. I'll do that again. Here's the 500 in blacks. There's the 500 in black. Now what I'm visually saying is this. The $300 of the 500 I just won covers the 8 loss. Back to the rack, right? $100 covers the ATS. Back to the rack. $100 here, I'll take it as quarters. And we're gonna go now, hard way parlay. Now we're on the hard ways, okay? Let's just hammer a Friday, okay? Let's hammer the Friday. Here we go. Alrighty, dice are out. That's going to be the 7. That's the 7. 5, 2, 7. So effectively, I'm tied. I should be about tied. Can you see that? Let's put that in first. 5, 2. And there's a 5, 2. Okay, so what'll happen is this. Let's go back to the bets. We should be roughly tied. Of course, we lose the ATS and the hard ways. Right? That's going to go bye-bye. Okay? Back to the bank that goes, right? These two pay 500, right? 300 pays 25, 250 on each of those. These two are 500. This right here is a tie, right? I lost my ATS, I lost my hard ways, and I should be basically, if I pull all that down, right, $1,100 down, there's 400 in my rack, right? So if I took 1,100 back to my rack, I'd be tied. So there's a complete tie, and we're back up. Okay, here we go. Coming out again. Let's do $200. Once again, we'll do the ATS for 1, 2, 1, and the hard ways. So we're going to start this shooter down 200. We're chasing this and this as we go. I might want to increase the size of the 6 and 8 at some point. If I'm going to keep on doing this burn down below, the ATS might have to be a little, or the delays might have to be a little higher. That's a story for another day. Here we go. Dice out. Dice out. Yeah, I think you're right, Jen. I think since I didn't declare it ahead of time, I probably should just let it go. Right? Just let it go. Here we go. Coming out to a 5, 4, and a 1. That's 5 to fever, 4, 1. And I'll just leave the screen there since I'm not doing anything with money. The roll tracker. Gotta reload the screen. Alrighty, 4, 1. Let's mark that 5. That $100 was me flicking money out there before. So, all right, here we go. Your bets ought to be in by now. 14 of you playing along, which is cool. Let's bring the money back. 6, 5, and a 2 and a 1. Here we go. No tweaking. This is what the guy wrote me. That's what I'm doing. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. There's an 8. Oh my God. 6, 2. What we got to do is get 4s and 10s, right? 6, 2, 8. That's a 6, 2. Because the trick is here, the 4s and 10s have got to outpace this a little bit, right? The 6 and 8, when the 7 comes, it ties the top, but you're bleeding out here. I got to get 4s and 10s to win, and I got to get them to win, you know, more regularly than the other one. Obviously, there's $500, so $300 goes back to the 8. With $200 change. Okay, I got to bring this to me. What I'll probably do is leave the money out there and just pay the table from my rack. All right, let's go. Yeah, if I get a couple of 4s and 10s extra above the 7, they got to outpace the 7 to pay for these side bets in here. So, all right. All righty, there's that, there's that. Let's do it. Dice are out. Dice are out. That's a 4 easy 4. 3, 1 easy 4. So that's cool. That recovers. That's our guarantee is a tie. 3, 1, 4. So again, that'll pay 500. I'll do it in blacks. Virtually the 500. 300 covers the 8 that we just lost. 100 covers the ATS and 100 covers the hard ways. So we're back to square. However, I do need to take one of that black chip as 4 greens because we did lose the hard 8 and the hard 4. So I got to put that $50 back out there. I forgot to do that on the last roll. So 2 hard ways fell. I just put them back. So, all right. And let's have it. Let's have it. Another one. I need one more of those. One more of those to make it right. Another 4 or 10 right here, right? I need one extra one. Almost 100 in vig so far. No, it's not 100 vig. It's only Only when they lose, right? It's $7 when they lose, right? $5 per 100, right? So I lost $7 twice on the VIG, so it's $14. I know I'm paying them up front, but yeah, totals. You only lose the VIG when the bet goes down, right? They keep it, so it's $14. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, 12, sorry. Yeah. Come on. 7 out. All right, there it is. So there we lost $50. We lost $50 on the shooter. I think that's what's going to happen. So when I come over here, oh, wrong screen. When I come over here and we take all these away, did I type in the 7 yet? No. Let me give you the 7. 6-1, so you can bet 6-1, 6-1. Okay. Those fall. Of course, these two fall. Those two win, right? So that's a tie up top. Ends up being no harm, no foul up there. So we should be close to butter. I'm going to make that a purple. Yeah, so we should have 350 here instead of 400, right? This should be 400, not 350. That means we're tied. So we're down $50 effectively once all that cleared itself out. The $50 being the two hard ways that I've lost so far. So here goes another 200 in the rack. And again, we'll do 1, 2, 1 on the ATS. We'll do our hard ways at 100 each. And let's get her done. Puck is off. Your bets are in. Crapsy is locked. And let's go. I didn't put the 7 in over here, did I? It didn't take. Why didn't it take? There it goes. Okie doke. Coming out. Coming out, roll. It's kind of cool that everything just ties. I mean, it's one of those weird hybrid things where it's, you know, it's going to all tie, but if you catch a little tiny run of 4s or 10s like I can do sometimes, then yeah. Yeah, 12 not 14. That's my bad. 12 not 14. And so every time these things win, right? Every time they win, I got to reset the VIG, but when they lose is when they keep the VIG, right? So I lost 2 of them. So $24, right? Is that right? Here we go. All right. VIGs matter. People say VIGs don't matter. They absolutely matter, right? They add up. We YouTubers get very lazy with VIGs because it's a pain in the butt to do it. 1, 2, 3. It ends up just being just another thing, and you have whites and reds all over your rack, and it takes away from what we're actually doing. Like, the importance of a strategy is not the VIG, it's the what's happening. But yeah, in the end, it totally adds up. Like, you can't just ignore it and say, screw the VIGs. It absolutely matters. Alrighty, so 2, 1, 3 on the come out. Let's go. Right, Jen. No refund unless I pull it down. But when I lose it for reals, right? No, it's not 96 in VIG. You're wrong about that. When they win, when the 7 comes, they keep the VIG and I reset it. So the 2 7s, I had to do what? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. When I lost the 8 twice, 5, 6. So yeah, you're right. 6 times 12 is what it is, right? I got paid twice. They keep the VIG and I reset it. That's the 4. The 8 lost twice, so it burns. So it's 6 VIGs, right? I think it's 6. It's a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot of money, right? It's a lot. I know. That's what I just said. It's a lot of money. Like, people, again, don't poo-poo it because it matters in the end. I'm just not doing it because I don't feel like screwing with it, with all the little pennies. My rack is going to be a mess if I do that. All right, there's an 11 yo. 5, 6, 6, 5. 6, 5 yo. 6, 5 yo. All right. I'll give you about 3 seconds, then I'll hit the button. This $200 was that. I didn't put it back to the bank, so sorry about that. There we go. Now, if I pull the bets down, I get the vig back, Jen. That's what I'm saying. It's out of my rack, but if I pull these bets down, I'm going to get those 2 bets back. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not counting as a gone yet. You're right. It's gone from my rack for the moment, but when we're done and I pull the bets down, I'm going to get back that $24. So I'm just doing that math ahead of time. That's all. All right, here we go. 2 horns in a row. Are we going to be that guy again? All the horns? There we go. There we go. It's at midnight. Oh my gosh, we had all the horns. All the horns, all the dots, everything. Woo! I should be doing that thing, right? The horn. Look at that. 3, 11, 12. 3, 11, and 12. Everybody in Crapsy, start. If you're not doing it already, get on that horn parlay, whatever. See a horn, hop the midnighter, or whatever the hell you're doing. Let's go. I'm not arguing with you. I'm right. There's no sense in arguing about it. I mean, I know what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm not counting. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I know you're paying the VIGs ahead of time, but when I pull the bets down, I'm getting back $25. That's all I'm saying. So there we go. Yep. And 12 when I won the. I forgot about the outside VIGs. You're right. I forgot about this. See, this is why you're my best friend. I forgot about the outside VIGs on the wins. Yes, totally forgot about those. I'm just looking at those 2 up there. All right, here we go. Coming out. Now we're coming out. We're still coming out. My goodness gracious. Come on now. Give me something that I can use. Another freaking 3. Good gravy. 4 horns in a row. Why do I do this every day? What is it about the dice set that produces all these horns sometimes? Look at this. Another day where it's 4 pinks in a row. Good God. Crazy town. Crazy town. Alrighty. Here we go. Let's do this. Five, 3, 2, 5. We got a point. That rolled. That's a 2. 3, 2, 5. Jen and I are besties. 3, 2, 5. Okay, so yeah, when I'm doing the show, it's hard to remember all the little moves up there. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I forgot about the 4 and 10. That's where I was only focusing on those 2 up there. So again, not that it really matters, other than it's fun to argue live. It's cool. Here we go. As long as somebody's keeping track, because at the end, what's going to happen, if this all works out, yeah, right, $10 C&E. When this all works out, right, you watch. Jen's going to keep track, obviously, right? Watch it be like $200. I know Waylon does these shows all the time when he doesn't worry about the VIGs on black chips. The VIGs they add up, man. They add up big time. Again, it's just a pain to do, but they really add up. So that is a 7 out. 7 out. We got nothing out of that roll. We lost $200 effectively. So 527. I'm on the wrong screen. Damn it. 5-2. All right, that was a shitty roll. 5-2. Golly. Okay, so obviously tie up top, right? Lose 200 in here. So what ends up happening is those bets, we'll just leave them up there, the 1100, but we lost the ATS and we lost the hardways. So out of my rack, I'm going to drop $150 out of the rack. Okay, I'll put the hardways back. I'll do $50 this time on the ATS. I'm not going to break anything down. We'll do $50 on the ATS. And so we'll do the $50 I hate pulling red chips out, but let's go, 15, 15, and 20. There's my ATS for the next shooter. Here we go. Next shooter's going up. Let's go that. Let's go here. This might be last shooter. No, it's only 750. I might have to go for a little while longer. Maybe I can get a roll here, huh? This has been not a great shooting morning. Come on, let's get it. Good roll. Let's get a good roll here, huh? Let's get a good roll. Yeah, right, Jen? Perfect house edge number. Everything's a tie. They're just squeaking out the bonus bets and they're squeaking out the VIGs out of me, right? 4, 3, 1, 4. Easy 4 on the come out. That's a good one. Whoops. I just whacked my chips. 3, 1, 4. That's good. Let's hit the damn point. Let's see. Roll tracker needs to go like that. Hold on. Checky, 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 checky. 3, 1, 4. All right. That pays 500. That's cool. Nice. 500 bucks on the 4. Just going to collect on that. That will, that'll hopefully get us into some profit town. If we can get another one. One more. We need one more 4 or 10. That was the easy 4. So the hard 4 does fall. I guess I got to do this. Let's take that out. Let's do blacks and greens instead, and I'll put the hard 4 back. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get I haven't seen a 10 yet. We need a 10. Let's get like another one, and let's make it a hard way. Let's make all this VIG argument worth it. Let's outpace the VIG. Can we outpace the VIG? So far, no. We've won exactly the right number of 4s, 10s, and 7s. So we need one thing to happen, right? Something's got to happen. There's a 10, just like I asked for it. Look at that, 6, 4, easy 10. Booyah. That's what you need. One thing to do better than the other thing, right? Sweet, 500 bucks over here. That's awesome. Let's do a purple chip on the payment. And I'm going to replace with a quarter the hard 10 that just fell. All right, and I didn't change the screen, so I apologize for that. That is goodness right there. That's goodness. That's what we needed. Now what I want is a hard way. Let's get a hard way. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually take the 2 extra nickels or quarters that I've got. I'm going to press the 4 and 10 up. Let's press those guys up. Just have some fun on Friday. Here we go. 4, 10. How about a hard 4? How about a hard 4? 144 bucks in VIG. Good Lord. Insane. Insane unless we start whacking them, right? 3, 2, 5. There's the fever. 3, 2. Good. All right. Let's do that. Let me get a quick sip of coffee here. And we're coming out. That much VIG is gross. Isn't it amazing though? Like, what's funny is I wonder, Dan, if you'd had this reaction. Let me ask you all in the chat too. If I was sitting here going, okay, there's $12 in VIG, and what if I was actually paying VIG on these wins? What if I actually said $12 for 500, right? Would you be saying that VIG is gross if I was putting the nickels out here? This is an interesting game, right, that we play. Let's do it. That 10 that just hit, what if I were to actually take 12 bucks and go, okay, $12 for 500. Cool, right? I'm down with that all day long. And you would be too, right? Do the lay bets and drop 12 bucks on there for the VIGs for lay, right? And we just do it as a matter of like kind of just like reflex. It's a reflex, right? Because 500 bucks for 12 doesn't seem like a lot. But Jen's doing the math, right? And what are we up to now? We got to be over 100 bucks now, right? You don't notice it as you go, right? But she's keeping totals and going, Jesus, you've just like burned. Now we're up to what, 130 something, whatever it is in VIG right now, right? At the end of the day, that's going to be 200 bucks or more in VIG that we're going to get burned on. Isn't that insane? You're happy to pay 12 to win 500, but when you give me the total at the end here, Jen, it's going to be probably 200 bucks. And you're going to go, oh my God, 144. You're going to go, oh my God, that was so much money that you just like donated to the casino. That's why I say they win. You lose when you win at the casino. That's what the VIG is like. The VIG is like the house edge literally coming out of your rack, right? Versus the hidden ones. It's insane how much money that actually adds up to with black chips. You know, it's crazy town. Come on, hard 4, hard 4. Ah, it's an easy 6. That's probably the worst of all of them, right? 4-2 easy 6. All right, 4-2 easy 6. We will lose the lay. We'll lose the hard way. I'm going to go change the screen here so you can see it. We'll lose the hard 6. We'll lose our lay bet up top. I'm going to drop $300 out of the rack to repay for the 6 up top. Just put it right back. I do have $100 in as a black chip here. I'm going to get a little check change on that and put the hard 6 back. So there's my greens to keep playing with. Is that the new point? I think it is, right? Oh no, four's the point still. That's right, four's the point. Duh. All right, here we go. I should have been keeping track too. We've had 2 8s and a 6 get picked off. We've had 2 7s. I should be writing this down, actually. We should write it down. How many have I had? I'm going to put it in the don't. We've had 1 2 7s so far, right? We've had 2 8s. We've had 1 6. We've had 1 10. And we've had, I think, 2 4s or 3 4s. I think that's right. Right? 3 4s. 1 10. Is that right? Is this right? I think that's the counter. And then the 2 7s. So we're going to add it up at the end. This should all be a big giant tie. We should have exactly the same number of 7s and all the things. I think. Here we go. I should have done that from the very first because it'll be curious to see how close to random we get here today, right? All right, here we go. Looking for a point of 4. I'd love it to come hard if we can do it. Let's go. That is a 2 and a 1. You can't see the 1, or you probably can't see the 2. You can see the 1. Let me switch over here so you can see it. There's the 1. The 2's over there. The 1's over here. That's a 3 all day. That's a 1 2 3 AC deucey. 1 2 3. 3 4 5 6. We need aces. We need aces for this $15 bet to pay, right? Let's get the aces. Let's get the aces right now. That would be awesome. That would be so much fun, right? Here we go. That was from memory. Can you guys believe I remembered all the numbers? It's crazy. All right, here we go. Hard 10. Hard 10 or aces for the win. Hard 10. Oh my goodness. Do you see it? I'm not bullshitting you. There it is, the 5 and the 5. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. 5 5. That helped. That helped a whole lot. All right. So obviously we're going to get paid $500 over there. I'm going to drop a nickel for the 500, and I'm going to also make sure I log that up there. Okay. The hard 10 at $50, that pays $350, right? 5 times 7 is 35, I think. $350 on that one, right? Let's press it to 100. Just because we can, and we'll bring back 8. What I'm looking at here is a free, that kind of gets back that 6 that we lost earlier. That kind of pays for it. So the nickel is the actual profito right there. And in my rack, what I've got is 4,500. I've got 4,875 in the rack. Okay. If I come down 4,875, there's 4,900, 5,075 plus 1,100. We're up 1,100 right now. If I pull it all down, I'm up $1,100, right? So we do have that actually worked out, right? The extra ones cleaned up, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4s and 10s versus 2 7s, right? If these outpace everything else, we're gonna be, because these are ties, right? These 7s become ties, right? Really what it comes down to is 5 versus 3. That's the difference, right? The 7s are ties. It's 5 4s and 10s versus 3 6s and 8s. We're outpacing the 6s and 8s. That's where the secret sauce is here today. I may just have to stop. There we go. There we go. I just like even numbers, Dan. That's all. I just like things to look pretty on the table. All right, let's do it. Hard four. Hard four. Time for the hard four. Or aces. Let's get aces. What do you think? Aces? It might be 3 sevens. I don't know if it was. There's a 5. It might be 3 sevens. I can't really remember. 2 people agreed with me though, so I must have got it close. That's a 4 or a 5. 4-1-5. I didn't change the screen on the throw. 4-1-5. I won't change back until my money changes, but 4-1. There we go. 2 crappy rollers and a decent one. Kind of how my life goes, right? There's that. And there's that. Let's get Crapsy set. 4th shooter. Okay. So there must have been a 3rd 7 in there. I'll put it down. I'm assuming that's right. 3rd 7. But again, those are the 7s are ties. The sevens don't matter, really. We don't win on the 6 or 8. Unless these were bigger, right? I could make these 450. Right, or something like that. We could consider that next time. Make them a little bigger so the 7 wins you money instead of ties. That might be a thing. Here we go. That is aces. Yeah. All right. That is fantastical. Awesome sauce. Woo. And I got 15 bucks on it, right? So what does that add up to? What is 15 times, and I'm going to pay myself 35 because it's my casino. I didn't specify, but we'll do the good payment, 35. That feels like 525 to me, so that's an okay win. That's an okay win, 5 1/4. 5 1/4 for the small. Go me, baby. Go me. 525 for the small. That's fantastic. All right, let's just take that. Just take it to the rack. Now we're locked. There's 5,000 bucks. My money's back in my rack. I've got now exactly $400 in profit locked, plus all of what's out there. Plus all of what's out there, right? We can bring all that down and run out of here with about 1,500 bucks in profit today. That was a nice hit. That was beauteous. Nothing on the tall side, except for the 10. But there you go. I'm only on roll 9. Roll 8 rolls for the small. That's like almost going right down the line. Woo! Gotta pull the bets and go home. The ATS bet's here in the come. That's my, right there. It's 15, 20, and 15. I was doing 25. It was, Jen, but what happened was I had all purple chips and 2 quarters, and I said, screw it, I'll just do 50 bucks. So it's 50 bucks out there instead of the quarters. That's why I know it looks dumb, but that's why I did that. I didn't want to break, because I'm OCD, I didn't want to break a purple chip to put 50 bucks out there. So anyway, we have a smaller ATS. Take it down and run, right? Everybody says, take it down and run. Get the hell out of here. We're going to play, it's Friday Follies. We got to play it out. We got to play it out. We got to play it out. Here we go. Because remember, if I get a 7, it's a tie, right? All that money is in my hand right now. No matter what happens here, right? Unless it's a 6 or an 8, it's all coming back. Come on now. Hard 4. We're owed a hard 4. We're owed a hard 4. Let's go. That is a 6-3-9 up top the 9. 6-3. 6-3-9. Again, nothing for me on that one. Oh shoot, I hit the button too quick. I'm sorry, folks. I'll give you back your time. Hold on. I messed up. All right, we need the 8, the 11, and the 12 up top. 8, 11, and 12 up top. Let's get the dice set here, and then we'll go to Crapsy. Now I'll turn your bets down. Let's do it. That's a hard 4. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hard 4. Boom. Boom, he said. Boom goes the dynamite. Hard freaking 4. All right. Let's mark that before I forget. That's 500. And 50 pays 350. And again, we'll just take that back and make it 100. I'll take those greens as a black, and we're bringing back our 800 bucks to the rack. Nice. Nice and golden brown right there. That is what we're talking about. That is $1,000 in the rack. It's more than 1,000. That's $1,100 in the rack, plus what's out here. Greatness. That is greatness right there. So happy about that. Let's go. Let's go on a Friday, huh? Let's go on a Friday. Come on, dude. Keep it turning. I did mark the 4, right? Yeah, I did. All right, 12, 11, 8. Let's go. There's a hard 4 again. Oh yeah, this is the miracle run. The miracle run. 2-2, hard 4. That was the point being hit and the point being set in the same move, right? 5 4s now. So there's why we're winning, because we're outpacing. How are the 4s and 10s outpacing the 6s and 8s, right? It's insane, right? Anyway, let's go make some money here. That 4 is going to pay 500 for 12 again, like we know. This one here is going to pay 700 for the hard 4, right? Let's just make all the hard ways 100, because we can, and we'll take all that to the rack. Now the rack has, if I color up my blacks here, $2,000 locked in the rack, plus what's on the felt. Magical. It's magical, I tell you. It's a magical Friday. It's a magical Friday. Here we go. Alrighty. Crap C's locked. Let's go. Let's go. How about a hard 6? What do you think about a hard 6 right now? I don't care. Let's have a 6, make it hard. So what? 8, 5, 3, easy 8. 5, 3, 8, easy. So that's going to get marked up. We're working towards the ATS though. 5, 3, easy 8. All right, let's go. Well, I didn't change screens anyway. So let's mark it up. Let's put the red chip there. We lose the 300. Do I have $300 handy? I don't. I will put it back out there though. I'm going to put the back out. Let's go here. Let's take a nickel. 500 bucks for a nickel. 300 bucks replaces the 8 that just got lost. $200 and change. We also lost the hard 8 over there. I'll take 4 greens and replace the hard 8. And that's the last time. I'm not going to go any deeper into this hole in here. We're going to stay where we are. If we lose another 6 or 8, we'll just have to live with it. Alrighty. Maybe we'll live with it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I haven't quite decided yet. All right, 6, 5, and a 2 and a 1. Crapsy's on. Dice are out. Just need the 11 and the 12, right? Aces, or ace deuce rather. Ace deuce. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, I didn't change the screen over. Didn't change the screen over. It's a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 11, 12. That's it. 11, 12. If I wasn't tracking my results here, I'd probably change my set. All right. Come on. Come on, Friday. Back down 25. Oh, yeah. This has to go to a quarter, right? No, I left it at 100, didn't I? Did I leave it at 100? I forgot what I did here. Did I say I was going to go to a quarter on the hard 8? Or leave it at 100? I forget what I said. Somebody correct me. I forgot what I said out loud. Is Jen right? Is that what you're talking about, Jen? The hard 8? If that's true. Here we go. It's a 9. 5, 4, 9. Oh, next time. Okay. 5, 4, 9. 5, 4, 9. And it's a 5, 4. 5, 4. Okay. Get your bet set. I guess I got to pull the small down, right? I forgot to do that. That's got to come down because that's how they do it. That's how they do it in the big house. Blazer, I'm sorry, and I guess there was somebody else that was there that he wanted to shake my hand and I missed him, and I really feel like shit about that. It was hard in Vegas. A lot of people there. I didn't have enough time to chat with anybody. I really should have taken more time off the table and just bullshitted instead of grinding like I did. Would have been a little bit more, whatever you want to call it, social. Let's go. Where'd those 11s go? Oh no, another 8, another easy 8. Bummer. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the 8 now. I think, right? 6, 2, 8. Let's be a little bit smart and lock the profit up. So we'll take the 8 loss as it is, and not go back out again. We're gonna lock what we have here. So 6, 2, 8. We'll also lose the hard 8 over here. I know you guys can't see it, but I took the lay 8 down. I took the hard 8 down. I'll put $50 on it. I do have 2 greens sitting here. We'll just burn the 50 on that, but that's it. We'll leave it as such. And that 8 is going to be here, 4 8s. Another hard 10 would be awesome right now. Hard 10 would be awesome. Hard 10. Yeah, I don't need the hard way anymore. You're right, Jen. I'm leaving it there just because I'm burning greens. Just burning greens. Where is the midnight and the 11? Huh? They've disappeared on us. Oh, big bounce. Another 8. Look at that. Easy 8. The 8 just got smoking hot. 5, 3. All right, hard 8's down. Will not go back up. Just gonna ride off into the sunset, whatever happens here. We'll let this thing play itself out, and this will be our last shooter, by the way. I'm gonna come back and talk. I got some work to do anyway today, so this will be it. But let's get a hard way, huh? Hard 4, hard 10. That's a 3 again. I think that's got to be a repeater 3, right? I think I've had 3 3s when the puck's been on. 2, 1. Is that correct? 3, 3, 3. Yeah, 3. That's a repeater 3. No come out 3s, so that's good. That's good. And anything else? Pending repeater status? No, that's it. Just the 3. Everything else is in play. All right, here we go. 6, 5, 2, 1. There we go. And somebody asked what set I'm using. It's if you're par shooting, it's the 5, 3, 3, 1 set. I'm stacking them, so it's a little bit different. Here we go. Dice are out. Dice are out. Hard 4 right now. Hard 4. 5, 6, yo! We're 1 away. 5, 6, yo! We are 1 away. Oh, I didn't change the thing. Sorry. 5, 6. There it is. Just need the midnight, and you can't lay it. We're not on a crapless table. And actually, David was telling me when I was in Vegas that now, at least as far as he's aware, 100% of the crapless tables you can't lay bet. Used to be you could lay bets on the crapless tables. Even at the Strat, no longer a thing. You cannot lay on the crapless table, even a direct lay anymore anywhere in Vegas. Unless somebody knows differently, that's the word from David. And that sucks. Like I said, the casino has picked a side. Right? They picked a side. So, here we go. Come on, Johnny. Let's get a hard way. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Is that still a thing, Jen? Oh, hard 10. Look at that, hard 10. Is that still a thing? I think David said that they had taken them off. I think he said that now that's been a thing, like town-wide. 5-5 hard 10, in case you were paying attention. We just got another one. I think, unless that's an outlier, he was saying that they all kind of agreed at like the Council of Elders to not do it anymore. So, all right, here we go. That is going to pay, as you know, $350 on the hard way, $500 on the actual 10. I got to mark it up there as the fourth 10, and that's okay. Why don't we go to $250 on that hard 10 and $200 on the hard 4 and take $600 back to the rack. And now we're at about $2,000 in profit as a lock. I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm $216 in vig. Good gravy. All right, here we go. Let's get old Johnny one of the midnights. What do you think? Let's get a midnight and make some cashola here, huh? Midnight time. Time for a midnight. I got a 6 up on one of my dice. So here we go. Dice out. Dice out. Can you imagine if I was pressing the 4 and 10? Right? We're just same betting everything today. Can you imagine if I had pressed it up? All right, there's the 6, the 5-1. Now what's going to happen here is this. We're going to lose the 6, the 5-1. We're not going to go back. I'm going to be happy with what I got here in my lock. So we'll lose our hard 6, or our easy 6, and the hard 6. Both come down, which is a bummer. That's another 6 in here. I'm going to stop counting these two because we're not getting affected anymore, right? We're not laying bets. I could be out there for another $600. We're not. So now I've got actually $500 at risk. These are actually risky bets now, right? Although I've got money locked. If a 7 comes, those two actually go away. Where before, we were kind of guaranteed a tie on a 7. But I'm more focused now on that midnight. Yeah, if we were pressing up the 4 and 10 like you would normally would, this would be an enormous roll. We're just same betting everything. We're just same betting. All right, midnight for the big fatty. Midnight for the big fatty. Here we go. Buckeye wants 5 more box numbers. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Here we go. 6, 5-1, easy 6. Look at that. We would have got burned if I had gone back. 5-1. 5-1, 6. We're not on it either way, hard way or easy way. So we're just going to stay on the throwing screen. Okay. All right. Let's get that midnight. I haven't had an ATS on this show in a month. I think I need one. Right? Come on. Oh, I saw the 6. I saw that 6 right there. I got really happy. It's a 9. It's a 9. 3, 6, 9. Center field 9. 3, 6, 9. Oh, good call, Jen. How many were there? 1 of each, right? There was one 8 and 1 6 that I was down for. You're right. Put white chips up there. Because it will be cool to see the actual, they should be the exact same. Ultimately, those two numbers should be the exact same in the end. It should be exactly right? Or close to it, I guess. There we go. All right. Give me that 12. I threw a 12 before. I know I can do it. I would stack the aces to get a 12 if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep my same set because I'm logging stats. So same set. Dice are out. Oh, big old skip. Look what we got, though. I know you guys can't see it. Damn it. Trust me when I say this. There's no way for me to prove it to you. Oh, I can prove it to you. Here, I'm going to go. I'm not going to touch the dice. I'm going to go here and show you the box so you can see it. There's the 3. There's the 1. That's another one. 3, 1, 4. 3, 1, 4. So, just so you know I'm not bullshitting. 3, 1, 4. Definitely a repeater 4 today. Right? Got to be a repeater on the 4 for sure. All right, so we'll lose the hard 4. That blows, but we're going to get paid $500 up top. For that 4, I'll make it look like 100 and take $400 back to my rack. Right? And what that does is it locks me in. There's a purple chip. It locks me into a $2,500 profit. Actually, $2,800 profit. So we're locked in. We locked into a fat profit today. Man. That was the point, by the way. Point was hit. I've hit the point of 4 twice, which is kind of cool. Did I mark that up here? I did not mark it. It should be our 6th 4. 228 in vig. My God, that's crazy, isn't it? That's like a whole bet. That's a whole bet. The bet's 250. Man. All right, coming out. We're not working this time. I'm not going to work the come out because I don't have the 6 and 8 to save me. So we're not going to work. Actually, you know what? No, screw it. The whole point of the strategy was to work the come out, right? Here we go. Working the come out. Not pressing anything. We're the same betting ourselves to crazy town here. Whew. Here we go. Dice out. Dice out. How many 4s did I hit during the rolls, though, Jen? I've got to count those up. That's a hard 8. That's a hard 8 square pair. I can count them up. 4, 4. Actually, you guys can do it. Look at the roll tracker. How many 4s were not the point? 1, I see at least 2 because I hit the point twice, right? At least 2. And I rolled 4. So yeah, the point was 4 twice. I rolled it twice. So 2 4s would be do-it-yourself repeater worthy. If you played the repeater bet, they do count the come out. So, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Boom. Where is my midnight? Where is my midnight? Ready? Here it comes. Dice out. Dice out. Six, 4, 2, 6. The lumber number. 4, 2. Let me type that in for you. 4, 2. 4, 2. And we'll put the whitey up there because that's the 6 that doesn't count because we're not betting against it, but all right. We got how many people in Crapsy today? 29 people playing today? I'll check the leaderboard here in a minute, but chip on the 8. I need one more chip on the 8. Oh, okay. A white one, right? One more white chip on the 8. Oh, that's right, because the hard 8. Duh. Hard 8. Oh, the point's 8, not 9. The point's 8. My bad. All right, here we go. Looking for that midnight. Looking for the midnight. 2, 2. You know it, baby. You know it. Look at that. Look at that. Ha ha ha. Bammo. Deuces. Deuces wild. That's another one. I'm just going to have to make 2 rows of 4s up there, right? Holy cannoli. All right, 350 on the hard way. 500 on the flat up top. No pressing. I'm just going to same bet this son of a gun to infinity. Let's put the greens over there and let's bring $800 back to the rack, shall we? Whew! Wow. Wow is right. Holy cannoli. Let's go. I just need that. If I have it midnight, I'm never doing a show again. I'm like, this is like, I got to retire after this. Let's get that midnight right here. Let's get it. I got to change the screen so you can watch the landing. Five, 3, another 8. Boy, the 8s are coming today too. 5, 3. The 8s are pretty hammered right now. 5, 3. 5, 3. That's a white chip up there. And if you look at the 8s, obviously that's a lot of 8s. Not on the hard ways anymore. So let's go here. We're going to be coming out, it looks like. So get your bets ready. The 8 is 1 roll away from being a repeater bet. We repeated the 3 and the 4, which is kind of cool. All right, here we go. In Crapsy, get yourselves ready. We are coming out. We are coming out. All right. I entered a 7? No, I didn't. Did I? Oh, Jesus. Ugh, I'm so sorry. Oh, my fingers must have hit oh, damn it. I'm sorry. Damn it. Crap. Hate Crapsy. Chuck, fix the damn app. I'm so sorry, everybody. Jeez. That sucks. I owe you guys so much money now. So you should all, you know what you should do? Go rebuy for what you just lost. Everybody go, here, I'll turn the thing off. Go rebuy right now. Can you rebuy for what you lost? That sucks, man. I'm so sorry about that. Shit. Mojo's good. Yeah, figuratively counted, but yeah, that sucks. If you want to, I'll give you guys a minute. I'll have some coffee. Rebuy for what you lost on that mistyping right there, and then I'll reset the point of 8 and we'll go. That sucks, man. I wish he would give me a freaking undo button to fix the mistake. Oh, you can't rebuy unless you're low. Shit, I'm sorry, folks. Man. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set the point of 8 again. No. Yeah, I should. I'll set the point of 8. I'll put the 4-4 back out there. So the puck is right. Shit, I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Everybody I'm going to put the point of 8 back on, right? I'll type it in now. Put your money on the 8. Or put your money on the 8 that you lost. I'll type in an 8 and you'll get paid what you just got lost. Let's do that. Yeah, the ATS gets wiped, I know that, but I'm not going to throw a 12 anyway. So fix your bets. Gosh, I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Here we go. Coming out, or we're still playing, the point is 8, and I'm an idiot. Here we go. Man, what a huge bummer. That is a 5, a 3-2. Mojo is still good, 3-2-5. You send Chuck a screenshot. All right, here we go. Man. face palm. I know. Here we go. Are we coming out now? No, we're still. Oh, that was the new point. Because that was the point being hit. So we're on the 5 now. Okay. The actual point is 5, not 8. Ugh. Midnight. No. 4. Oh, it's a 4. Yeah. It's a 4. It's a 3-1. God, I am just killing these 4s today. Holy moly. All right, points 5. I just killed another 4. We'll lose our 154 on the hard way, which is fine. We'll get $500. I'll do it in black. No, I'll do a purple. $500 for the 4. I'll put $100 back in the hard way for my rack and just rack that up. Man, if I was pressing these 4s and 10s like we ought to be doing, holy cannoli! Even one unit, even a 1 unit press would have been the ticket today, right? They'd be up to $1,000 each right now. We should be making so much money. But again, I'm just sticking to what I was written. It's just just same bet it and ride it off into the sunset, right? Here we go. Here we go. Did I put the 4 in? I did. $250 in VIGs. Good Lord. Here we go. All right. Give me a hard 10 here. I want a hard 10. $426. Well, you guys told me not to, right? That was somebody said don't do it. Like we'll just take care of it ourselves. So, let's see. What do I got there? 246. I can't see it. 24. 24. 24. Okay. That would be white chip on the 6 up there. We're not on the hard ways, so nothing matters. Let me set that. Let's set that. Okay, let's do this here. What we can do in the end is, we'll do a field roll. We'll do a field roll. So take note of what you lost. I'll put like an 11 in at the very, very end to get back all that money. If I happen to hit the 12, calculate what it would be, put that much money in the field, and we'll make sure you guys get it. So no matter what we'll do, we'll make sure we'll agree in chat on how to pay it, and we'll get all your bank rolls right. We'll make it right with the last roll of the day. That's how we'll do it. Something like that. We'll do a hot bet, or we'll do something in the end, one roll, to make sure that you guys are all made whole today. Okay? Here we go. Here we go. Give me another hard 4, hard 10, midnight. Right? Deuces, 5s, or 6s. Here we go. Deuces, 5s, or 6s. That's a scatter. Oh my God. Look at what we just did. Not the ATS, but look at that. Look at that. Can you see it? Can you see it? I'm going to slide it up. That's my new favorite number right there. The 55 double nickel Sammy Hagar special right there. 55. Bam. Bam. Another nickel from that 10. Again, we're not pressing anything. We're just same betting all day. We still made like 5K. Now, the hard 10 over here has 250 on it, right? So that's going to pay 700 and 350. It's 1,050 for the hard 10. So that's 1050 for the hard 10. All right. We're going to go ahead and make both the 4 and 10 look like $300. We're going to take that back to the rack for safekeeping. I'm going to break the greens into a black. And here we go. Look, we're same betting the 4 and 10, and I've still made 5,000. Let's see, $5,300 just by same betting these frickin' things. But look at the outpace. Look at the outpace, right? 4s and 10s and 7s should be at the same rate. We have 5 10s and we have 8 4s or 7 4s versus 3 7s, right? So there's the 4 and 10 magic will happen once in a while. When they catch, they catch. When they catch, they catch. All right, there's a 6-5. There is the 2-1. That is a 5-3-3-1 set. Again, for those of you who are curious about such things. Here we go. It's funny, I'm not betting anything else. We're literally just playing the 4 and 10 and nothing else today. We were laying the 6 and 8 for a minute there. That's how we got started. That's how we stayed in the game, actually, was the early 6 and 8 lay. But, yeah. Boy, oh boy, if we're betting like actual betting. Here we go. Ready, set? Let's get that 12. Let's get a 12. 6, 2, 8. Okay. Well, I saw the 6 and I got happy. Didn't follow it up, but that's going to be an easy 8. 6, 2. And a 6, 2, 8. We'll put a white chip up there to mark it. All right, and just in case you're curious, I want to show you this. Because the set that I'm using, somebody asked, it's this. If you look at it this way, it's a 5-3 and a 3-1, right? 5-3, 3-1 is the set. Can you see it? Right there, 5-3. Oh, what happened? Why'd the camera do that? It zoomed in. All right, 5. That's my set. 5-3, 3-1. When I stack the dice, it's this, right? So the 5-3, 3-1. When I stack it, is an easy 6. Look what I just rolled. An easy 6, right? Exactly that way. So when I stack them and I see a 6-2 like that, that means the dice were perfect, right? That's exactly what I'm hoping for. So to me, the 6-2 easy 8 represents the perfect throw, right? Where everything works out. The old way, stacking the ones, that would be aces or midnight would be the perfect throw. Here, the 6-2 easy 8 is what I'm hoping to see tons of. If I'm working, that's what I'm expecting. So here we go. Dice are out. Give me that. Yeah, easy 8. Easy 8. Give me the. I didn't put a 6 in, did I? No, I put the 8 in. Here we go. Give me the midnight. Let's finish up on a high note. Finish up on a high note. Here we go. That's a hard 8 for the squarest of pairs. Hard 8, 4-4. I'm not on it, but I will mark it. There we go. 4, 5, 8s today. It's 5 8s, I think, on the shooter, actually. All right, let's get your crapsy going. 21 people still playing with me, even though I made that big-ass mistake earlier. Huge mistake earlier. Golly. Hate doing that to you. Here we go. Two, 1, 3. There's a horn. See a horn, bet a horn. Maybe. On a Friday, you can do that. On a regular day, you can't. 2, 1, 3. Okay. 2, 1, 3. We might hit the small again, actually. We may hit the small a second time here. We need just the 2 for the small, it looks like. All right, bets in. Let's go. Let's go. And I would never have known that set, by the way, Sir Law, were not for Ed. Ed Robinson and I went through a long review of Bone Tracker and what I was throwing with the stacked. That's where it landed me, and he explained it to me. It's basically a 3V with a dice turned, and I never would have gone to this set. It's been pretty good. I think the set's worked out relatively well for me in this set. I'll show you stats afterwards. Here we go. Give me a midnight. Oh, they fluttered on me. Oh! Boom! Look at that. Look at that. Ha ha. My goodness gracious. Woo! Man, homeboy should be pressing up those 4s and 10s today. Good Lord. I'm just saying betting a nickel at a time as profit, right? Golly. That's our 9th or 8th 4. Now, 300, right? That's going to pay 3 times 7 to 21, $2,100 on that hard way. $2,100. That's an okay little payment right there. Are y'all okay if I press the 4 and 10 up one time? Can I take this back and make them both 500? I have to. I mean, it's killing me that I'm sitting here doing this. Here comes the 7, by the way. I just did that, so you know this big red's coming. But I don't care. Here we go. Purples and blacks in the rack, greens up front. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. Leave her like that. What do you think? We could put those to 500 each, I guess, right? That probably table max, right? We'll go to 500 each on the hard ways. Let's do that. Let's make them 500 each. $1,000 on the easies. We're locked. We got so much profit. It's all good. I'm going to make this a purple, by the way. We're doing good in profit. So no matter what happens out there, who cares? Let's go. I want that midnight. I want the score. Big score. Here we go. Dice are out. Dice are out. Oh, they kissed. It's a 6, 2, 4. Okay. Oh, I didn't put it on the other screen. Sorry. 2, 4, 6. There it is. All right. 6, 5. 2, 1. Okay. Here we go. That's another one. Oh my God. Yeah, white chip. You guys see what happened down there at the end? Can you all see it? Can you see what happened just now? Can you all see it? I'm going to type it in so your crapsy can go, and then I'm going to do a freaking backflip. That is another one. Deuces. Hard 4. Right there. So, you know what's going to happen here. That's going to be grand up top, and 500 is going to pay 3,500. So, 1, 2, 3, 5. $3,500 on the hard 4, right? 5 times 7, 35. 1,000 up top. That's an okay win. That's an okay win. Look at this profit over here. Good Lord. Oh, you didn't see it. You guys didn't see it. I'm gonna do it again because I want to be happy. There's 1,000 for the $500, and the hard way, 1, 2, $3,500 on the hard way. So there it is. That's a pretty okay win, I think. We can go to 1,000 each on these two. And the profit is, this is a felt the table kind of a roll here, right? I know people who, again, I would be pressing the crap out of that too normally. 4s and 10s are clearly have been at table max for a while, right? For most people at this point in time. This is one of those rolls that I wish I was at a live casino for, right? I want that 12 though. We still want the 12, right? Let's go. Give me a 12. Let's finish this thing out strong. Let's finish out strong. 5, 1, 6. Another 6. 5, 1. Oh, I wasn't on the zoom out view. Sorry about that. 5, 1. There. That's a 5, 1. That's a 5, 1. Okay. Let's put a white chip up there on it. That's. Thank gosh we're not laying those things anymore, right? We've been getting killed out there. Okay, here we go. Crapsy's back on. Oh, no kidding. Nothing but fuzz bunnies back there, right? Oh, that's a big, ugly bounce. I see a 6 out front. What's over here? It's a 1. That's a 7. That will kill the roll. 6, 1, 7 out. 6, 1, 7. Oh, you know what? Before I type that in, everybody do this. Figure out what you would have won on the 7 that I put in before. Put it in the field. Okay? I'm going to put in an 11 right now. I'm going to put in an 11. So the money I burned you on when I made the mistake, you can put that in the field, and then I'll put the 7. Leave your place bets up, but put a field bet in. I'll give you 10 seconds to do it for what you lost when I mistakenly did the 7. I'll type in an 11 in about 10 seconds, and then I'll type in the 7 afterwards, okay? So that's how we're going to correct it. So I'll give you a few seconds to do that. I'll put in the 617 on the roll tracker, though, and we'll lose the roll there. So I'll give you a few to do that. While you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and change screens. And we're going to go ahead and count this up. So let's take all this away. So here's the interesting thing. Let's take these hard ways away. And let's just count up the numbers, right? Remember, we were playing the 4 and 10 against the 7, using the 6 and 8 as the lay bets, right? So what you expect to see here is the numbers of 4s and 10s should equal the number of 7s, right? We actually have 4 7s. We had 5 10s and 8 4s, right? So 13 to 4, we tripled up the number of 7s. So the 4s and 10s outpaced it so bad today. That was what saved us, right? Up here, you should see on the 6 and 8, you should see 5 of these, and 6 of those, right? And again, we have 4 9 8s, and we had 6 6s, or 7 6s, right? If you look at this, remember how the 6, 8, 4, and 10 were playing earlier? They were kind of tying all the time. So if we add all that up, you've got, if we had kept playing the lays, we would have a total of, there's 5, 10, 15, 16 6s and 8s total. And the 4s and 10s were at, what's that, 5, 10, 13. If we kept doing the lay 8 and 6 versus the 4, we actually had 3 extra. We had 13 4s and 10s and 16 6s and 8s. We'd have been upside down 3 bets, right? We'd have tied 3 extra times effectively, right? So that becomes a wash, but there's a 3 roll difference between them. So as a evaluation of that way of playing, it was interesting, right? You needed something to happen to make it outpace, and we got that. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to put in the 11 right now. 3, 2, 1. Here comes the 11. So your field win will catch you back up again, and then I'll put in the 617, and we'll stop crapsy. Okay, so just give me a second to do that. Here comes the 6-5 yo. Hopefully you're all playing nice. 6-5 yo goes in. That should help you recover from my mistake. Now I will put in the 7. And that will take care of that roller. That was a 30-something roller. So that was pretty good. That would be a 617. 617. And crapsy's done. All right, I'm going to come back to the main view here. And I'm going to pull up my stats. I think it'll be fun to look at how we're doing. Let me get to, let's get to this screen over here. Let's go here, here, and here. And give me a second to get everything kind of reset. Ugh. All righty. Okay, we should be hopefully okay in Crapsy, I think. Yeah, that was fun. Bizarro World strategy was, again, place the 4 and 10 for $250 each, lay the 6 and 8 for $300 each. That's a guaranteed tie up there. You're trying for the 4s and 10s. That's the whole thing, is tie on the 7s, win on the 4s and 10s. If the 4s and 10s go off, you do it, right? We had 3 shooters where I tied, got nothing out of it, and then the 4s and 10s went a little bit insane, which is cool. Let's let me do this. I'm gonna open up the stats. I think it's good time to do it. Let me go here with you all. And this is the DI practice stats. This last shooter here, 83, was the one that we just did. 39 roller. A repeater on the 3, the 4, the 6, the 8, and the 10. Not bad, right? Now the 4s, 2 of these were come outs, but we still had a bunch of 4s after that. So we did a little bit okay on that one. This is now at 765, so it's ready for a book. We started today with like 690, so I can put this in Bone Tracker now. We're a little over the 720, but our SRR ended up at 7.5. The BSR ended up at 441, which is pretty good. It was at about 6 for a minute there, but I've had the last 3 or 4 days a bunch of PSOs, so that's not the greatest. But our roll quality score at 52 is pretty good. The average roll quality is about 30, so that's good. Overall, I think we did pretty okay here. And if I go down to the important stats, again, we're a little bit off of random, which is great. That's what you're hoping to see. The phase control doesn't matter for this, but the box numbers per shooter, this is great. We had out of 80 shooters, 83 shooters, looks like we had total box hits per shooter. We had 20 times where I got no box hits, so 20 PSOs, which is still too high for me. But 8 times we got our 1 hit, so half of the time we got 0 or 1. But look at this, everything else, aside from the 28 that were 0 or 1 box hits, every other shooter, so 60-something shooters, we got our paycheck if you're doing the Dallas drawdown, right? You got your 2-hit paycheck. We actually had 7 over 20, 7 between 10 and 20, and 3 shooters over 20. So we had a couple of nice long rolls on the inside. Overall hand length, look at this. We had 9 over 20 rollers. We had 13, 10 to 20. The majority of my rolls have been 10 or more, if you look at this, right? That's really pretty stout, right? Matter of fact, you go to like the average of 8, from here forward, I'm way above the average, right? The average should be 8, 8.5. Most of my rolls are more than that. So I think Bone Tracker will be interesting this time when I go through it. Looking forward to seeing what it comes out to be. I think it's going to be kind of fun to go through it and deep dive a little bit and to see how we did. But yeah, I'll get that typed in and maybe next week we'll do it. There was a bunch of junky ones, right? I had a couple of shooters that was like 9 rolls and 7 horns, It's effectively a PSO, right? The hand length gets long, but the payable money gets yucky. A Reddit for this strategy, more scaled down. This one here is super simple, right? If I'm going to scale this down, and I'm not sure I would actually do this strategy, but here's what it would look like. If we scale it down, it would be exactly this. Hold on a second. For a $1,000 buy-in, I would lay the 6 and 8 for $30. Okay, each of those wins a quarter when they come out, right? You could buy the 4 and 10 for a quarter each. So what happens is this: on a 7, you lose 50, you win 50. It's a virtual tie, minus the vig, of course, right? You could make this a little bit higher, take this to 42 or something, right? Or take these a little bit, make them 36 or whatever. But that's your basic, right? I ended up on the first win taking the 4 and 10 hard ways. I did it for a quarter, you do it for a nickel, right? So you're going to tie on the 7s. You're going to burn $30 every time you grab a 6, which kind of sucks, right? But let's say you roll a 6 and you burn 30. So you're upside down $30, okay? But a 4 rolls for $50, okay? If you take the $50 and in your mind say, well, 30 of that covers what I lost on the 6, I still have $20 in profit net on that thing. Go to the hard ways, maybe all the hard ways, and you're kind of using the 4 and 10 to drive the table. But you gotta have what I had today. This strategy will burn, it'll burn as fast as the VIGs get paid if you're not hitting 4s and 10s, right? If you don't have a miracle run like we just had, the 4s and 10s will destroy you. That went to 9 o'clock. Can you imagine? I started that roll at 7:50 and I said, one more shooter, I gotta go to work. It took me 40-something minutes to get through that damn thing. But that's it. That's how I would do it. All right, guys, I am out. I got to go to work. It's 9 o'clock. I can't believe it's 9 o'clock already. Good gravy. So y'all have a good one. Love y'all. I'll see you Sunday for Craps Chat with Dylan and Jen and Chris and Craig and whoever else decides to join us. It's been a great week. I had a lot of fun this week. And again, I mentioned the other day, prayers for our friends. We have friends in the community that are going through some shit right now that I don't want to talk about, but we do. We got all sorts of things happening. So Moment of silence in your personal lives for everybody. Thank you all for being here, and God bless everybody. See you Sunday. Bye.